The case has been closed, not by coincidence, by cosmic law. I am Asterion, emissary of the Pleiadian Council of the Seven Sisters, and what I am about to tell you has been transmitted directly through the harmonic frequencies of Asterion for this exact moment in your journey. The forces that moved against you thought they were operating in the dark. They were not. Higher authority has been watching every move, cataloguing every interstice, building a case that no earthly power can overturn. The feds did not arrive by accident. They were called in because your star family intervened. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to align with the cosmic justice, now moving on your behalf, and how to recognize the Pleiadian Council of the Seven Sisters, activating your protection in real time. But here is the first revelation. Justice at this level does not come through fighting, it comes through frequency. When you hold your position in truth, the universe dispatches its own enforcement. This is not content. It is a code. Something inside you already knew the tide was turning. Your soul called this in. You have been waiting to remember that you were never without protection. Like this transmission to signal to your star family that you are ready to receive what is rightfully yours. Subscribe if your mission is activating and you are aligning with your true frequency. Comment 999 if you feel the shift, if you feel that cosmic justice is already in motion in your life. Declare it out loud, reply to another soul in this field, and amplify the signal together. This is not just a message, it is a point of reconnection, a turning point disguised as a video. You are not here by accident. Some transmissions don't come through words, but through frequency. If something stirred within you just now, you may be ready to receive the Seven Sisters Activation Pack, 7 Codes of the 7 Stars. This short yet powerful ebook carries ancient Pleiadian harmonic codes for conscious expansion, multi-dimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. The link is somewhere down below in the comments, but only for a limited time. Now let's go deeper, because what just happened in the spirit, what the Pleiadians moved on your behalf, is not something to brush past lightly. This is not a metaphor. This is not spiritual poetry dressed up to make you feel good for a few minutes before you go back to your life unchanged. What was activated in that moment, what the feds, the federated councils of the galactic hierarchy, stepped into on your behalf, is a real energetic intervention. A case filed in dimensions you don't yet have full sight into, and it has been closed in your favor, not because you were perfect, not because you did everything right, but because your soul contract demanded justice and the universe does not break its own laws. This is not about cosmic loopholes. It's about the inherent, undeniable physics of the spiritual realms. Think of it like a cosmic legal system, not of judgment, but of energetic balance and soul integrity. Your very essence, your contract, held an undeniable truth that the universe, in its infinite wisdom and adherence to its own sacred laws, had to honor. The Pleiadians, acting as divine advocates, simply helped to facilitate the recognition and enforcement of that truth. This was not a plea bargain, it was the undeniable declaration of your soul's inherent rights and destined purpose, recognized and upheld across all dimensions. Here is what most starseeds never understand about why they stay stuck, why they stay in pain longer than they should, why they keep cycling through the same betrayals, the same losses, the same invisible weight pressing down on their chest at 3 in the morning. It is not because the universe forgot them. It is not because they are too broken or too behind or too human to receive what was promised. The truth is far more profound and far more precise than that. The disconnection you have been feeling, that ache of being in a world that never quite fit, of reaching for something you cannot name but can always feel. That disconnection is not a wound. It is a frequency gap. It is the space between who you were programmed to believe you are and who your galactic blueprint actually encoded you to be. Imagine your soul's true frequency as a pure, resonant tone, a celestial symphony meant to play out in harmony, but from birth, a layer of static, like a thick fog or a muffled radio signal, has been introduced, distorting that original, perfect pitch. This gap isn't a sign of brokenness. It's evidence of the profound contrast between your innate, star-born essence and the terrestrial programming that has attempted to obscure it. It's the echo of a higher dimension resonating within you, struggling to find its full expression in a denser reality. This ache is not a sign of failure, but a beacon, a powerful internal compass pointing towards the magnificent truth of your origin and destiny. Your energy field arrived on this planet carrying instructions, harmonic sequences embedded in your cellular structure, light-coded data folded into the architecture of your DNA that mainstream science has not yet developed the language to measure. You came with a mission frequency already installed, but the moment you entered this dimension, the interference began. The density of collective trauma, the inherited emotional patterns of lineages that were never yours. The social architecture designed to reduce your awareness to the most surface level of existence. Eat, consume, comply, repeat. Layer by layer, that interference stacked itself on top of your original signal, and what you have been calling confusion, what you have been calling depression or purposelessness or spiritual exhaustion, that is not your natural state. That is the static. That is what happens when a high-frequency transmission gets routed through a system it was never designed to run through. Think of your DNA as a cosmic hard drive, preloaded with exquisite ancient algorithms from the stars. These are not mere suggestions, they are the very operating system of your soul's grand purpose. When you incarnated, it was as if this sophisticated system was immediately plugged into a clunky, outdated network, bombarded by viruses of fear, scarcity, and division. The inherited patterns are like malware passed down through generations, designed to corrupt your core programming. The societal structures are the firewalls, deliberately built to limit your bandwidth, to keep your awareness tethered to the superficial, the materialistic, the easily controllable. What feels like depression or purposelessness is simply the inherent system struggling to function under immense, unnatural strain, the brilliant signal of your true self being drowned out by the cacophony of terrestrial interference. It's the soul crying out not in despair, but in yearning for its native bandwidth. And here is where it gets precise. Here is where the Pleiadians want you to understand exactly what took place and why the case was closed the way it was. There are beings and systems, not all of them physical, not all of them visible, that have had a vested interest in keeping your codes dormant. Because an awakened starseed is not a passive observer. An activated starseed recalibrates every field they enter. They shift timelines just by holding alignment. They disrupt systems of control simply by remembering who they are. And so the suppression was not accidental. It was targeted, specific. It was designed to make you doubt your perception, question your sensitivity, and ultimately abandon your mission before it ever fully launched. Imagine your soul's unique code as a master key, capable of unlocking not only your own potential, but also realms of consciousness that can profoundly influence collective reality. There are forces operating in the subtle realms as well as the overt that thrive on stagnation and control. They understand that a fully activated starseed is a catalyst for liberation, a living embodiment of higher truths that naturally dismantle outdated paradigms. Your very presence, when aligned with your core frequency, acts like a tuning fork for reality, gently but powerfully bringing discordant energies into harmony. The suppression you've experienced, the self-doubt, the feeling of being out of sync, these were not random occurrences. They were deliberate strategies to keep that master key hidden, to prevent the recalibration you are here to initiate. Your sensitivity, often mislabeled as a weakness, is actually the finely tuned antenna designed to receive and transmit these vital cosmic frequencies. But they miscalculated something. They did not account for the moment of divine override. They did not account for what happens when a soul's agreement with the higher councils reaches its activation threshold. And yours did. That is why this message found you. That is why you are here in this exact moment, not scrolling past, not distracted, but present, and feeling something move through your chest that you do not have a complete explanation for yet. That feeling is recognition. That is your original frequency beginning to surface through all the layers that were placed over it. This is the principle of energetic sovereignty. Your soul's journey is guided by ancient pacts and divine agreements made in higher dimensions. Covenances that hold immense power, even when you are unaware of them. When the energetic conditions are met, when the vibrational threshold is reached, there is an automatic, divine intervention, a cosmic reset button. The universe itself conspires to bring you back into alignment with your sacred contract. This message reaching you now, your ability to pause and feel this resonance, is not a coincidence. It is the universe responding to your soul's readiness, to the activation of that ancient agreement, the warmth, the sense of knowing, the inexplicable stirring in your chest. These are the first tendrils of your original light pushing through the dense layers of forgetting. It's your soul's intelligence recognizing its own energetic signature, a homecoming of frequency. The first phase of this activation begins with decoding the distortion. Before anything can be rebuilt, you have to see what was installed in its place. Most starseeds carry wounds that do not belong to them, grief that predates this lifetime, shame about their gifts, a deep, persistent feeling that they are too much for this world, while simultaneously feeling invisible in it. That paradox is the signature of starseed suppression. It is the energetic fingerprint of a soul whose frequency has been inverted, turned inward against itself, so it cannot project outward into its actual mission. The Pleiadians say this clearly. You cannot activate what you are still apologizing for. The first act of liberation is recognizing that what you were told was your weakness is actually the leading edge of your transmission. This is akin to an archaeologist carefully brushing away centuries of dust to reveal an ancient artifact in its pristine glory. The distortions are the accumulated debris of inherited pain, societal conditioning, and past life imprints that have obscured your true essence. Shame about your gifts is the universe's greatest tragedy. Believing the very light that can illuminate the world is something to hide. The paradox of feeling too much and invisible is the hallmark of a frequency that has been internally reflected, like a mirror held inward, distorting its outward projection. Your innate brilliance has been turned against itself. The Pleiadians are urging you to understand that the very qualities you've been taught to suppress, your deep empathy, your unconventional knowing, your intense sensitivity, are not liabilities but the cutting edge of your divine purpose. You cannot manifest your mission while carrying the energetic baggage of apologies for your own being. True liberation begins with reclaiming those weaknesses as the powerful foundational elements of your star-born identity. The second phase is the awakening of your galactic blueprint through vibrational memory, not intellectual understanding, not more information stacked on top of already overloaded mental frameworks. Vibrational memory. Your body knows things your mind has not yet processed. There are moments, certain pieces of music, certain landscapes, certain words spoken in a specific sequence that bypass your conscious mind entirely and land somewhere older, somewhere deeper, somewhere that knows. That is your blueprint responding. That is the encoded instruction set in your DNA recognizing a matching frequency and signaling. Yes, this is real. Yes, you were right. Yes, there is more. The Pleiadians do not communicate primarily through logic. They communicate through harmonic resonance, and your body has been their receiver this entire time, even when your mind was convinced you were imagining things. This is about moving beyond the purely analytical mind, which can often be a barrier built by the dense reality, and tapping into the intuitive somatic wisdom of your being. Think of vibrational memory as a spiritual GPS system embedded within your very cells. It's a direct line to your soul's ancestral archives, to the star systems from which you hail. Certain resonant frequencies, a particular melody, the scent of rain on dry earth, the echo of a specific vowel sound, act as keys, unlocking these ancient energetic imprints. Your body, that magnificent organic receiver, resonates with these frequencies, triggering a deep, cellular knowing that transcends logical proof. It's the universe whispering directly to your soul through the language it understands best, vibration. The Pleiadians, masters of energetic harmony, speak to this embodied intelligence. They are not just transmitting data, they are sending a symphony that your cells are inherently designed to recognize and respond to, confirming your truth when your mind is still caught in layers of doubt. The third phase is anchoring your higher self into this timeline with full presence, not partial presence, not 1 foot in the cosmic and 1 foot in collapse. Full embodied alignment. This is where many starseeds stall. They receive the downloads, but they do not ground them. They have the visions, but they do not integrate the physical vessel as a sacred instrument of that vision. The Pleiadians are unambiguous about this. Your mission is not in another dimension. It is here. It is now. It is in the choices you make about how you treat your body, how you protect your energy, how you build your days around frequency rather than fear. Anchoring your higher self means making your physical life a match for your cosmic identity. That is not a small task, but it is the task you came for. This is the crucial bridge between the ethereal download and the tangible manifestation of your purpose. It's about embodying your cosmic consciousness within the human experience, not escaping it. Many starseeds experience profound insights and cosmic connections, but struggle to translate that into their daily lives. They become ethereal, floating in higher realms, yet disconnected from the practical realities of their physical existence. Anchoring your higher self means recognizing your physical body not as a limitation, but as a sacred vessel, a divine instrument through which your higher consciousness can express itself. It's about bringing your celestial blueprint into your 3D reality, making conscious choices that honor your energetic integrity, nurturing your physical form, and cultivating environments that support your soul's vibration. This isn't about achieving perfection. It's about intentional alignment, about making your earthly existence a conscious, sacred expression of your cosmic truth. It's the courageous act of bringing heaven to earth, within and through you. The fourth phase is activating your field as a living transmission. You are not here to convince anyone of anything. You are not here to argue for your reality, or defend your sensitivity, or justify your knowing. You are a frequency emitter, and when your field is clean, when the distortion has been decoded, the blueprint has been awakened, the higher self has been anchored. What you emit begins to do the work that no words could ever accomplish. People around you will shift without knowing why. Situations will begin to resolve in ways that seemed impossible. Doors will open, not because you pushed them, but because your frequency became the key. This is what the Pleiadians mean when they speak of mission activation. It is not a dramatic cosmic event that happens to you. It is a quiet, precise, sustained alignment that you choose every day. This is the pinnacle of your integrated being, becoming a beacon, a walking, breathing embodiment of the divine. Your purpose is not to proselytize or to prove your existence. It is to be your truth so profoundly that it naturally influences the energetic field around you. When your personal frequency is clear and aligned, it becomes a powerful broadcast. It's like a perfectly tuned radio station, radiating a clear signal that resonates with others and influences the environment. You become a silent catalyst for change. Others may not consciously understand the shift happening within them, but they will feel it. Systems will begin to recalibrate in your presence, not because you intervened, but because your aligned frequency creates the energetic conditions for transformation. This isn't about grand gestures. It's about the consistent daily commitment to embodying your highest truth, allowing your radiant field to do the sacred work of recalibration. Your mission unfolds not through striving, but through radiating. The fifth phase is learning to trust the architecture of your timeline. Every delay, every detour, every moment you cried on the floor wondering if any of this was real or if you were simply losing your mind. Every relationship that dismantled you, every identity that dismantled you, every identity that collapsed, none of it was punishment. All of it was construction. The Pleiadians use this phrase, precision disguised as chaos. What looked like your life falling apart was actually your false structures being cleared to make room for your true foundation. And now, right now, the synchronizations are accelerating because you have reached the phase of your timeline where the construction is giving way to the mission. The case that was filed on your behalf was not just about what was taken from you. It was about what needed to be cleared so the real inheritance could be claimed. This is about surrendering to the divine unfolding of your soul's journey, recognizing that every experience, no matter how challenging, serves a higher purpose. The moments of profound despair, the relationships that shattered you, the identities that dissolved, these were not random acts of suffering, but meticulously orchestrated demolitions. They were the necessary clearing of energetic clutter. the dismantling of false narratives and limiting beliefs that obstructed your true path. The Pleiadians highlight this, precision disguised as chaos, because from a higher dimensional perspective, what appears as turmoil is actually divine engineering, creating space for your soul's true inheritance to be claimed. As you embrace this truth, the synchronicity in your life will amplify, indicating you are transitioning from the phase of profound spiritual construction to the active embodiment of your mission. The legal case that was initiated on your behalf was not merely about rectifying past injustices, but about clearing the energetic debris that prevented you from accessing your destined gifts and purpose. The sixth phase is receiving the justice that has already been dispensed. This is where so many starseeds get caught, waiting for justice to look like human justice, waiting for the one who hurt them to publicly apologize, waiting for the system that suppressed them to acknowledge what it did. The Pleiadians are clear. Galactic justice does not always move through those channels. Sometimes justice looks like your complete liberation from everything that was trying to hold you in that dimension of pain. Sometimes justice is you waking up one morning and realizing that you no longer carry the weight of what was done to you. Not because you suppressed it, but because the energy has genuinely been resolved at a level your conscious mind cannot fully track. The case is closed. That means the energetic claim against you has been dismissed. The interference has been addressed in dimensions that precede the physical. What you will begin to experience now is the downstream effect of that resolution. This is a profound redefinition of justice. Human systems often seek external retribution, public acknowledgement, and punishment for transgressors. Galactic justice operates on a different energetic principle: the restoration of balance and the complete energetic liberation of the soul. It's not about forcing an apology or seeking external validation. It's about the internal resolution that renders the past trauma energetically impotent. You might wake up one day and realize the heavy burden you carried has simply lifted, not through conscious effort, but because the energetic cords have been severed at a soul level, the karmic debts settled, and the interference neutralized in the subtle realms. The closing of the case signifies that the energetic hold of past wounds has been dissolved, and you are now free to experience the natural flow of abundance and alignment that is your birthright. What you're experiencing now is the ripple effect of that cosmic decree, a tangible shift in the flow of your reality. The seventh phase is stepping fully into your role as a galactic anchor, not in arrogance, not in performance, but in quiet, sovereign, unwavering certainty. You are not here to be saved. You were never a victim of this dimension. You were a strategist who chose to move through it precisely because you knew what you carried could shift it. The forgetting was not a failure. It was part of the approach. You had to descend deep enough into the human experience to understand it from the inside, to carry genuine compassion for it, not spiritual superiority over it. And now the descent is complete. Now the ascent begins. Not away from this world, but through it and within it, as a bridge between what this planet has been and what it is becoming. This is the ultimate embodiment of your starseed purpose, to become a living bridge, a conscious conduit of cosmic energy within the terrestrial realm. It's not about seeking external salvation or adopting a victimhood narrative. From a higher perspective, your journey into humanity was a strategic mission, a deliberate descent into the dense energies of Earth. Precisely because you possess the innate capacity to transmute and uplift them. The forgetting of your origins was not a flaw in the plan, but an essential component, allowing you to experience and understand the human condition from its deepest core, fostering genuine empathy rather than detached judgment. Now, as the descent is complete, the ascent begins. This is not an escape from Earth, but a profound integration and transformation within it. You are here to hold the light, to anchor higher frequencies, and to guide the planet and its inhabitants through the current evolutionary leap, becoming a vital nexus between the old paradigm and the dawning new era. Here is the truth your soul has been waiting to hear spoken aloud in exactly this way. You are not late, you are not behind, you did not miss your window. The Pleiadian Council of the Seven Sisters does not file a case only to lose it on a technicality. When they intervene, the resolution is absolute. When the higher councils declare the case closed, the frequencies that were working against you must restructure. The doors that were supernaturally sealed begin to unlock. Not with noise and spectacle, but with a quiet, unmistakable shift in what becomes possible for you. You will notice it in the days ahead, in what stops feeling heavy, in what begins feeling aligned, in the sudden clarity that arrives when you stop trying to force your way back into spaces that were never built for your frequency. This is the final confirmation of your divine timing. The universe does not operate on human schedules, and your soul's journey is unfolding with perfect precision. The intervention by the Pleiadian Council is a testament to the power and finality of cosmic decree. When such an intervention occurs, the energetic opposition has no choice but to yield. What were once insurmountable barriers will begin to dissolve. You will experience this, not as a dramatic explosion, but as a subtle yet profound recalibration of your reality. Things that once felt like a struggle will become effortless. Opportunities will appear organically. Energies that were once draining will cease to hold power over you. This quiet unfolding is the signature of divine intervention, the natural consequence of a cosmic case being definitively closed in your favor, creating unimpeded pathways for your intended life. You are not here to fit into this world. You are not here to recalibrate it. You always were, and the remembering, the full, embodied, activated remembering has already begun. This is the core of your galactic mandate. Your presence here is not an accident. It is a conscious choice to be a force of transformative change. You are not meant to conform to the existing structures of this world. You are here to bring them into higher alignment with universal truths. The process of remembering is not a passive recollection of the past, but an active, embodied integration of your cosmic heritage into your present reality. This remembering is already in motion, a powerful resurgence of your true nature that is already reshaping your world from within. Tonight, before you close your eyes, say this aloud with full presence. I remember who I am. The case against my mission is closed. I step now into the timeline I was encoded for. I receive the justice that has already been declared. And I anchor my frequency as a gift to this world, not a burden. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of what is forming here. Drop one intention in the comments. Something real. Then respond to someone else's with encouragement or energy. This is not content, it is collective alignment. Energy multiplies when intention connects. If something in this message resonated, do not keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation. Share it, and if you felt a soul nudge, subscribe. Stay in the flow. You are not just watching, you are expanding. This is your space, and we are just getting started.